I appreciate clever. I appreciate gentle giant kind of products that I can just start using. I don't have to start small. I like products I can just go. Show me the results. I wanted to talk more about retinol because dermatologists, everybody talks about retinol being the gold standard. It's vitamin A for the skin, and there are different ways to get it. You hear about retinoids versus retinol. Retinoids they're a more pure form of vitamin A, or they're need to be broken down less to get to retinoic acid, which is what your skin can absorb. And so there's different ways of doing this, but retinols tend to be about 20 times gentler on the skin than retinoids or prescription retinoids. So prescriptions are usually way harsher on the skin, but it's okay. You can still get there. You can still get to where prescription retinoids will get your skin to, but in a much gentler way. And thank goodness science just keeps chugging along with all these retinols because they're making them so that they're pretty strong. The Sleep On It Vegan Retinol. This one is nice because it's got so many anti-inflammatories in it, plus it's a 3%, pretty strong retinol, but it also has samphira extract in it, which is a sea vegetable, which sounds so weird. But if you think about sea vegetables and how much sun and heat they have to withstand and wind and how strong they are, I just think it's fascinating how they're taking these plants that show these sort of bionic qualities and putting them in the skincare products. And I love that because you saw that first with plant stem cells, which tend to be, although not human stem cells, they tend to be super antioxidants for the skin. So going back to the samphira, which is a sea vegetable, it mimics retinol and what retinol does to the skin. And so putting the two together makes the 3% more tolerable. And for me, I can just put this on and go. I don't have to build up. I don't have to. If I start to look really wrinkly or my lip lines are showing more, I just wear this. I try to do it about 3 times a week, but I'll forget because I have so many products that I'm trying right now. But I will just put it on for a couple days straight and always wear retinols at night. I know it's confusing, but retinols really need to be used at night because how they work is they help the skin desquamate, meaning they help the skin exfoliate itself. They harmonize or naturalize the natural desquamation process, which means it helps it hurry up and slough off, right? And it will normalize the epidermal layer and make it thicker in time. But in the meantime, it actually makes you more sensitive to the sun. So you really need to use your retinols, retinoids, any vitamin A product needs to be used at night, and you need to make sure that you are using sunscreen during the day because you will not have the same level of protection when you're using retinols on a regular basis. I wanted to go through the ingredient deck on this because it's really fascinating. I mean, for the cost, it's pretty inexpensive and it would last you a long time, especially if you're using it 3 times a week. Now, if you have pigmentation, large pores, that kind of stuff, you'll be wanting to use this on a daily basis, and that will be better for you if you're really trying to work on that. And you can do that 3 to 4 months, and then you can start to back off and see how your skin does with the pigmentation. But I would definitely be using it on a daily basis. And it is a liposomal encapsulated vitamin A. This thing is really interesting. I just love this ingredient deck. So liposomal delivery is just delivered encapsulated in oil, essentially. So many of these products now are just much easier to absorb and to tolerate because of that encapsulated delivery. And they also stay in the skin for various days instead of putting it on. So I know that this can last in my skin for the next 2 to 3 days, and I'm not running out of my vitamin A reserves because of that encapsulated liposomal delivery. I hope that makes sense. So I was looking at this ingredient deck and I was like, why have I never talked about this? This is a fantastic ingredient deck. So this is the Sleep On It Retinol. I don't know if you've used this. This really should be in your routine. I don't care, young, old. If you have spots, you need this. Spots and wrinkles, really good around lip wrinkles. It works great on glycation, although it takes a while because everything takes a long time with glycation. I'm going to talk about glycation in another video because it's a big subject. Going through this ingredient deck, you've got aloe, organic aloe, you've got organic calendula, which I just love that. I remember when Sienna was really little, we had calendula lotion that we used on her, and it just has the best smell, and it's so soft and gentle. MSM, which is a cell detoxifier. Plant stem cells, glycerin, niacinamide, really great for brightening the face. Vitamin B3, beta glucan from mushrooms, also anti-inflammatory, very good for the immune function of the skin. Anything with mushroom in it is fantastic for that. In comes the retinol, 3-day moisturizer. Really good stuff in here, and I don't know why I've never really talked about it. And then comes the samphira extract, which is the sea vegetable, which just adds so much anti-inflammatory and antioxidant power to this retinol. A little bit more mushroom, encapsulated vitamin A, more vitamin A, encapsulated A, B, B3, B5, C, and E, colloidal silver, more mushroom, carrot powder. I mean, they throw in all these really wonderful anti-inflammatories and vitamin A derivatives and vitamin A converters in there, and it's just, I remember trying it. This was made by a gal that I met at the Skin Games about 5 years ago, and her father was a cosmetic chemist, and I had been looking for a really good retinol. She has this lab, and at first I tried it. It was really strong back then because she was using much more of the encapsulated retinol, because that's really the power in this product. But I was having a hard time with it, and so I was really glad that she tempered that action with something that mimics the retinol action with the samphira extract. And so I was like, wow, cool. And I tried it again a few years ago. I was like, this product has improved so much. I want to put my name on it. I just love this formula because there is no acclimation. I mean, I have pretty sensitive skin, but I can just put it on and go. Now, you want to make sure you only wear it at night. You do about a pea-sized amount, and you make sure you don't go right here. Because of the encapsulated formula, retinols tend to travel, and so if you put it right here, it's going to pool like right in the nasolabial fold, right by the nose, and you can get kind of peely. It doesn't happen very often, but it can happen. And if you put it under your eye, you can do this, but what I like to do is put the tiniest bit there, take a towel, and just blot. And don't worry, you're not blotting it all off. You're gonna just take off the excess so that you don't wipe off the excess into your eye. So don't worry about that. It's still gonna work great. It's gonna help with eye wrinkles, really plump everything up and help just sort of etch down those fine lines. And I can always tell when I've forgotten to use it because these lip lines start to come back with a vengeance. And so great on lip lines, great for pigmentation, great for sensitive skin. And if you are uber sensitive, you can use retinols, but what you have to do is use something like Recovery first. So the Neogenesis Recovery, 4 to 6 drops of this on clean skin. This is how I used her previous formula because I wanted to use it because it got such great results, but it was just really, it was almost too much for my skin. And then I would put this on and then I was fine with it. So I was really happy when she tempered it. But this is a great formula. It's really innovative. It's pretty cutting edge. Just, it seems like such a sleeper product, but it is fabulous. If you not use this, please try it. Wait till you run out of your retinol you're using right now, or buy it and compare. But I just love this formula, and I've tried a lot of retinols, and I usually just give up on them because they're so hard on my skin. But this is just a really clever formula, and I appreciate clever. I appreciate gentle giant kind of products that I can just start using. I don't have to start small or start a little. I like products I can just go with. You know, they're just gonna show me the results. So if you haven't tried it, give it a try. I think that you will love it like I do. I hope you love it like I do. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.